Hi, Mary here from Change is Always Possible with another query. um, so, currently, not only is our First Minister said this, the BBC has been talking about it. So, what they're saying is that it's brilliant. We've got this really big drop in deaths now and a drop in cases, and this is good news. So, it looks like the vaccine's working. I'm a little bit curious about that because when you actually look at the figures, there are two things that stand out to me. One is at this time of year, we always have a big drop in deaths. It's normal. We've had the peak. Usually, the peak is in the first week or two of January for seasonal deaths. And then there's a big fall off, and that is exactly what has happened if you look at the graphs of the current level of deaths. And we don't usually normally do the sort of testing levels we're doing, so we can't compare to that. But it would make sense, wouldn't it, if the deaths from seasonal illnesses usually falls at this time of year, the cases must be falling as well. So that's one thing that I find curious, that they're calling it are suggesting that it's the vaccines that are making the difference when we would see this anyway at this time of year. So how can we tell? And the second thing is that they're always comparing things to the 5-year average. But if you actually look at the 5-year range, which is the highest number of deaths in the last 5 years and the lowest number in the last 5 years, during this period in January, when we had that peak of deaths and then it started falling, we did not have as many deaths as the top of the 5-year range. We've been within the 5-year range, above the 5-year average, but below the top of the 5-year range. So it does beg the question why we have all had to be put, all these policies got rolled out and all these the lockdowns and stuff, when actually what has happened over this winter period follows the normal pattern and is within the 5-year range. So that just makes me curious about what's going on.